I am your host, Emily DeSimone, and I am here with director and co-producer, Dr. Nicole McGrath-Barnes, and co-producer, Dr. Michal Herman of the film Toothache, The Painful Truth About Oral Healthcare Inequity. Thank you both so much for joining me. Please tell our live audience about your film.
Great. Thank you so much, Emily, for inviting us. This is wonderful, a wonderful opportunity. So excited for the viewers to hear more about Toothache, the painful truth about oral healthcare inequity. My name is Dr. Nicole McGrath-Barnes, the founder and CEO of KinderSmile Foundation.
That's awesome. Michal? Oh, so sorry.
I'm Dr. Michal Herman. I'm the COO of KinderSmile Foundation.
That's awesome. So please tell our live viewers about your background in this foundation and in your careers.
Absolutely. So I'm a dentist in the dental profession for almost 33 years. I absolutely love the field of dentistry. And about 16 plus years ago, founded KinderSmile Foundation through a personal dental experience of mine where a 5-year-old Black girl had an abscess for almost 3 months and could not find a dentist in a 5-mile radius to accept her Medicaid. And that just allowed me to delve into public health dentistry, which is a sub entity of the dental profession that seems to be untapped because it's providing services for children and families in the marginalized community. So therefore, fast forward 16 years, decided to create a documentary that will educate the state on this broken oral healthcare system. People, children, and families are literally dying because of untreated tooth decay. So we're excited to have our viewers see the film and learn more about access to oral health care or lack of access to oral health care in the state of New Jersey. And just to educate, I always say you don't know what you don't know, and you'll know a lot through this film.
Well, that's amazing. And Dr. Michal, I mean, what is your role in all of this? How did the two of you come to meet?
So I started volunteering with KinderSmile Foundation in 2009 and then went away for a little bit and came back as a provider and then dental home director and then COO. And then just knowing Dr. Nicole is just inspiring. She, if the more you speak to her, the more you'll see how contagious her passion is. I'm passionate about public health on my own, but she inspired me even more. And so when we started producing this film, this was probably over 1.5 years in the making now. So we're very excited to have it on the screen.
Well, I mean, thank you guys both so much for your dedication to take what you've learned and be able to apply it to these people that are in need. That's really amazing. Can you tell me a bit about how taking this idea, not this idea, but this real thing that's happening in real life and what it was like taking it from, the tangible world and putting it on screen?
Right. Well, I always say that in order to fix something, you have to understand that it's broken. And we could do as much as we can in the community, providing the services that are needed. We're in a silo. We need all of our community partners, stakeholders, legislators, and the entire state to know that we just don't deem it as broken. It is broken. So let's fix it. And what better vehicle to use than to film our real live patients who have been struggling day and night to have access to oral health care. So it's been a long journey. It's been a very interesting journey. I've learned so much about myself. I know that Dr. Herman talks about infectious passion. She is just as passionate, and I truly mean it from the depth of my heart. We would not be here without her. She is that driving force behind the organization and just promoting public health dentistry because it's not talked about. It's the marginalized communities. It's the urban communities. It's the forgotten communities. It's the have-nots. We need to talk more about the have-nots, the forgotten communities, to make a difference here in the state. And this is what this film is truly about. It's inspirational, it's educational, it's real life stories. The stories coming from children's mouths to parents' mouths. So it's very inspirational and very impactful as well.
Ms. Barnes, I mean, Dr. Barnes, you told me about, what your personal experience was that really made you drive into doing this foundation. Dr. Herman, can you tell me about, what was it you experienced that made you want to go into this foundation, this line of work?
So I don't exactly know what happened, but I've never for one day in 24 years have worked in a private office. I've always, since dental school, wanted to do public health. So I think in my residency, the director of my residency probably did a lot for it. She was a woman from Jamaica, just like Dr. Nicole is, which is always cute for me. It is. I don't know. So for me, that's just what I've always wanted to do.
That's amazing. Coming from a household of like two parents that work in the medical field that both work in public health, like I can personally say that I really appreciate like what it is that you both are doing. My father's a dentist and my mother works in like public health therapy for people with like Medicaid and whatnot. So it touches like close to home for me. So that's really awesome to talk to the two of you about this. So how was it, like, why a film? Like what made you want to do a film, like in particular?
So I call it yin and yang. And it's literally been a part of our, a goal of ours to expose how best to have the state, community partners, stakeholders hear the voices of those who are suffering. And so why not create a documentary? Why not use this as a platform so they can hear, not from us. We can scream on the mountaintop, hey, public health dentistry, this is wonderful, this is great. Come and help the forgotten communities. But when you hear it from the patients and the community mouth, the mouths of the community and the patients, it really sounds the alarm more. So that's why we wanted to do a documentary, because we know that it would resonate to everyone, and it's for everyone. It's for children, stakeholders, private practice practitioners, public health dentists, and so forth.
I'll add a little bit to that. So this past year, while we were doing the documentary, we also wrote a roadmap to the state of New Jersey of things that we think they could change, or we as a state could change in order to increase access to care in the state. And doing the documentary at the same time kind of gives it the opportunity for people to see it in real life rather than just read it on the paper.
Excellent. Yeah, that's so very true. And what I neglected to say in the very beginning, because, your mind goes, I want to touch on this, I want to touch on that, is that the reality, Emily, of this all is a tribute to a 12-year-old Black boy, Diamante Driver, who died from an untreated toothache. The bacteria spread to his brain, a brain infection. And we definitely don't want that to happen in the state of New Jersey. So we're sounding the alarm for everyone to know what state we are in, and with this broken oral healthcare system, and things that we can do to get out of our silos, to come together as a state to mitigate this so that this doesn't happen in our state.
And how did you find the Garden State Film Festival? How did you find us, and how did you find, these people that helped you make this film?
I'll have Dr. Herman answer. How did we
find the Garden State Film Festival came? So we had just a brief showing of a very early version of this film for some of our partners. And someone from one of the MCOs, Caroline from Liberty, saw it, and she's like, the deadline is really, really close. I don't know if you can do it, but try. And we tried, and it worked. So thanks, Caroline.
Yes. Well, congratulations on being accepted with such a meaningful, powerful work as well. I mean, these people come in and they come in with these ideas for all of these fiction and amazing works that I've seen and interviews that I've done. And it's really cool to get to see a documentary about something that's a real issue to really bring onto the table, to bring forth to everybody. So congratulations on being accepted to the Garden State Film Festival. With that said, though, I mean, I guess one quick question I should ask is this the first film you both have worked on? And what was the challenge you faced doing it?
So this is the first film, and this won't be the last. We have so much to say, and it was a great journey. Some of the challenges, did you say what were some of the challenges? Really trying to get the producers and everyone involved to understand our vision of what we wanted to release to the public. I think was the most challenging, because Dr. Herman and I, we're very passionate, and sometimes the passion just drives you in a direction where it leaves, other people behind, saying, wait, what do you mean? So that was challenging, but it was fun. We learned so much. It was just been a wonderful experience.
Well, thank you both so much for, again, bringing this forward for everyone to see. I know I cannot wait to watch it on a big screen. You guys, you can check out Toothache at the Jersey Shore Arts Center on Saturday, March 23rd during the 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. block. Dr. McGrath-Barnes and Dr. Herman, I hope to see you at the Garden State Film Festival this year, where there are 200 films screening across 8 venues, including hosting parties, panels, events, and more. Guys, get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. I'm your host, Emily DeSimone. And again, thank you both so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting us.